Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and I'll be talking about the strongest tactical build in Space Marine 2 patch 14 using the heroic heavy bolt rifle. Now, this weapon is incredible on both the tactical and the tech marine class. The main reason why is that grenade launchers in Space Marine 2, these will give you back all of your contested health pretty much immediately on a single shot, which is super strong because this class is fairly squishy in the game. You have no direct damage reduction outside of stuff like block charges and like the adrenaline surge stacks, giving you that 60% range damage reduction, and other options like Fortitude just upping your HP a little bit. So having an option to just immediately get back all of your HP is very strong on him, which is what makes this weapon so powerful on its own. And also the damage nuking potential here is just very good because you can take the Aspect Scan, put that down in an area, and just nuke all the enemies with the grenade launcher. So a really good all around. We'll be building around that today. So first up, we have the extended magazine here. Magazine size increases by 15% of the maximum. This will improve the ammunition count on both your grenade portion and your standard gun portion, so really good value perk. Next perk here is magazine restoration. When your health drops below 30%, your ammo reserve is restored by a full magazine. Cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity. The cooldown is 30 seconds. Now, this perk will not give you back ammunition on your grenade launcher portion. It will only give you back ammo on the gun portion, so not as good as it may sound initially. But that being said, if you don't want to take this perk, or excuse me, if you don't want to take the Emperor's Vengeance perk, you can just take this one instead down here and kind of get your ammo back in a lot of cases and not have to worry about getting ammunition from like every single Majora's Kill, and take other options like Steady Aim or Emperor's Judgment. Now, for the next perk here, we do take Cleaving Fire, which gives you a 25% penetration on enemy block stances, which is pretty nice to just pick up free kills on stuff like Majora Sword Warriors, because Sword Warriors in this game are super annoying to deal with, and being able to reach those executes sometimes is really nice. Next perk here is Remote Threat. Enemies at a distance of more than 25 meters take 20% more damage. This is just a free range damage buff. This weapon is actually fairly accurate, a 5+ accuracy, so having this option here, it's pretty easy to headshot enemies from long range. It will also affect your grenade launcher portion. Just keep in mind that 25 meters is fairly far in this game, so you have to arc the shot pretty well. Next perk here is Great Might for 10% damage buff against terminus level enemies, and then we go down here into the perk Increased Capacity. Just like the Extended Magazine perk, this will up the ammunition on your ammo reserves for your gun and your grenade launcher, so really good value option. Then I go up here into the perk Headhunter. Headshots deal 10% more damage, and I skip over the perk here Tactical Precision, because this one will lower your grenade launcher damage. If you do want more headshot damage, you could pick this up, but the grenade launcher is a very strong option on this gun. There are also some better perks here in my opinion, so I do skip it over today. If you want this and like skip over Extended Magazine, you could do that instead. Next perk here I pretty much always take for operations and hard strats is Recoupment. Killing a Majoris or higher enemy with a headshot, this weapon restores one armor segment. The cooldown is 15 seconds. Getting armor back in Space Marine 2 on your gun is a very powerful effect, especially on the tactical, because like I mentioned before, this class is not very tanky, and any amount of armor in Space Marine 2 will reduce all incoming melee damage to 0, so getting armor back on a drip feed like this, really powerful for your build setup. And in operations and hard strats, unlike the siege mode, it is pretty easy to trigger this off cooldown. Next perk here is Rapid Health. When your health's below 30%, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores health by 10%. This will keep you above one-shot territory. Getting your HP back on a grenade launcher is really easy because you have, a grenade launcher, and also the gun portion of this weapon is very powerful for horde clear as well, so pretty easy to trigger this against both Chaos and Tyranids. Next perk here is Perpetual Penetration, down here into the perk Extended Magazine for the same reason as before, and the final perk is your choice of Divine Might, or the perk down here, Remote Threat again. Now, Remote Threat can give you more damage overall if you're at a distance, but this one's good up close, so I'd kind of prefer it. Now, something I do want to say here is that this weapon is very strong against Chaos as well as Tyranids, because grenade launchers, they will stagger enemies, and when you are fighting an enemy like a Terminator Chaos Sorcerer or a Terminator, missile cannon guy, being able to stagger them out of their minigun is very strong for you, so this gun's good for that as well. Just keep that in mind. Now, for the secondary, I do take the Heroic Plasma Pistol because this weapon kind of fits this build perfectly. The Heroic Heavy Bolt Rifle gives you great horde clear and great contested health recovery, which gives you a great opportunity to pick this up for like pure damage nuking potential, which is why we just take this instead. Now, the Heroic perk effect here is called Overcharged Plasma Coils. You will only fire charged shots with increased damage, but the charge time is longer. The charge time of this weapon takes 5 business days, but the actual shot damage here can like one-shot Majoris. Really powerful for you. And for the perk tree setup, I take Plasma Collection first into the perk here Rapid Cooling, and then we pick up Plasma Collection again into the perk Blast Radius, into the perk here Perpetual Velocity, because you pretty much always pick this up. Without this perk, this gun just takes forever to charge, and even with this perk, it takes forever to charge, so you definitely want this. Next perk here is Plasma Collection again, and the final perk options are Blast Radius, the perk here Retaliation, and of course the perk Divine Might for 10% damage buff. Now I'll say, if you want to take the perk up here, Charged Cooling, charge shots generate 10% less heat, this will give you 2 shots instead of 1 before your weapon overheats, which is pretty good. For the perk over here, Plasma Boost. When plasma weapons are 30% overheated, their damage increases by 40%, and their charge shots use 1 less energy. So on that second shot, you will get the 40% damage buff, which is pretty nice, but on this build, I am taking Crack and Penetrate rounds instead, because the 50% buff here to our body shot damage, that is really nice on the Heroic Heavy Bolt Rifle for the gun portion. So if you want to do that, you definitely can, but I'm taking this one today. Now, for the melee weapon selection, I do either take the Argent Edge or the Heroic White Scars Chainsword. Now, I kind of prefer the White Scars Chainsword, to be honest, just because it gives you a ton of melee options in the game, and the way I would set this one up is going through like this perk tree for stuff like Full Throttle and a combo skip, and we're picking options here like Minora's Slayer and Extremis Slayer, up here for Hard Target, and the perk here Majora's Slayer. Now, the heroic perk effect on this one, if you're unaware, is called Fury of Shigoris. Adrenaline Surge stacks are increased to 3, and the third stack is a higher damage bonus, but the bonus for the second stack is reduced. This gives you a ton of utility in the game. Stacking up these damage stacks can get you to kind of like absurd damage values compared to like what you'd expect from the strength of 12, though if you want to have a safer option overall, a much better weapon effect is the Argent Edge for defense on Scathing Retort. The riposte window is shorter, but each perfect parry damages and staggers the enemy. So what this weapon will do is on every single perfect parry, you will stagger an enemy and give them a gunstrike opportunity, which is a very powerful effect against enemies like Raveners that have triple hit combos and melee Terminators. So for both Chaos and Tyranids, these weapons are very strong, but Argent Edge is definitely the better defensive option. And the way I would set up the perk tree on this is starting off with the perk down here, Perpetual Strength, but really it does not matter too much, because this weapon is mainly for a parry stick, and the actual damage here, despite a strength value of 18, is not that strong. And if you want like pure damage, I would definitely go for the White Scars Chainsword. If you want a full guide on this weapon, I also have that on this channel. Now, for the perk tree here, now this is pretty simple. If you want to take the perk up here, Balance Distribution first, this is the best for your primary damage, but you will lose damage on your secondary. So on the Heroic Plasma Pistol, I'd probably not take this because this weapon really wants pure damage. But if you're taking the perk here, Plasma Boost, this is obviously better for charged cooling like I mentioned before. And the perk I took on this build is Crack and Penetrator rounds for a 50% body shot damage buff, because the body shot damage on the Heavy Bolt Rifle is already pretty strong, and getting the Horde Clear option for that will help you out a lot. The next perk here is Heightened Vigor. After a perk time parry, block, or dodge, you will deal 10% more melee and gunstrike damage. Do not lose control of heavy hits. It cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. So this is a very strong value perk. I would mainly use this on the Heroic White Scars Chainsword, because with a block weapon, you really want that no knockback. Otherwise, you might get staggered out of your block charges, which absolutely sucks. Though if you are taking the Argent Edge, you can take Relentless Pursuit down here, or Versatility, because you don't need that no knockback as much, because this weapon here is so powerful for defense. So if you want to take these instead, you definitely can. Next perk here is Emperor's Vengeance. Killing a Majoris or higher enemy restores your prime weapon's ammo by 1 magazine. Cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity. Cooldown is 30 seconds. This perk effectively gives infinite ammo, though I'll say this will only give you back 1 grenade per trigger. Let's say 30-second cooldown, which is fairly substantial for grenade launcher portions. I mean, it is pretty nice to have that option for a free CHP recovery every 30 seconds, which does kind of make it the strongest pick, in my opinion, for the hard strats and operations. But if you want to take Steady Aim or Emperor's Judgment, you can definitely do that instead. Next perk here you pretty much always take is Secure Stockpile. Equipment charge restored by 1 for all team members. The cooldown is 60 seconds. A 60-second cooldown to restore all the equipment for your team is incredible in this game. That will break the pickup economy of the equipment in Space Marine 2. This perk is kind of cracked. I'm kind of surprised they haven't nerfed it yet, but Secure Stockpile is probably here to stay at this point, and it is a top tier pick for any build. Next perk here is Vital Data. Scanning Extremis or Terminus level enemy restores your scans charged by 50%. This just gives you more Auspex scans against the enemies you want them against the most, Shark Extremis and Terminus. Being able to nuke down a boss faster is just the most important thing in hard strats and operations, especially the new Terminator boss, because the big thing in Space Marine 2 is that the filter for most teams is going to be those boss spawns, and having an option to remove them faster, that will just save your life. Next perk here is Precise Calibration, and combined here with the perk Concentrated Fire, because this is just the god new combo of the tactical class Auspex scan. Put together, these two perks will give you like a 300% damage bonus, which is absolutely fucking enormous in this game, and a 75% buff to your Auspex scan with a radius reduction of 25% is absolutely worth it. And the next perk here, Concentrated Fire, reads Auspex scan zone lasts 60% longer, and is marked by Auspex scan take an additional 120% damage, but they will lose the mark when they leave the scanned area. So this one may not sound that appealing at first because they lose the mark when they leave the scanned area, but you have to keep in mind that a 120% damage buff here and a longer lasting Auspex is absolutely worth it for bosses especially, and as long as you make sure you put down your Auspex on a Carnifex after they ram a wall, or a Hellbrute when they're slamming their hammer, or just a Neurothrope because they have to hover around, or the Chaos Terminator boss when they are kind of just standing there around their orbs, this is a very potent perk effect, and half the time enemies will run into it like the Extremis or bosses and trigger Vital Data to give you that 50% scan back. So it's a really powerful option here. I pretty much always pick this up, and ones over here like Expert Timing and the perk Close Targeting, they're not remotely as strong. They're not bad by any means, this one's just better. Final perk here is Radiant Impact. A melee finisher additionally deals significant AoE damage at a 10-meter radius. The cooldown is 90 seconds. This will one-shot Majora's enemies in a 10-meter radius on hard strats and absolute on a 90-second cooldown. That may not sound that good initially, but this is an absolutely clutch perk. It will save your life all the time. In like 2,000 hours of playing on the tactical class probably at this point, this perk is just god tier. It is incredible. I'm surprised that they haven't buffed the other ones up to be even close to it yet, but they've tried. It's just this perk overperforms all the time. Now, for the prestige perk options, I do take Acuity first. Each consecutive headshot increases headshot damage by 3% up to 15%. The bonus lasts 5 seconds without a headshot. This is just free damage on like any bolter in the game. If you're taking a bolter weapon on attack, you just pick this up because it's always worth taking. And the next perk here is Skill Supplier. Ammo reserve increases by 15%. This will buff up the ammo for your gun portion, your grenades, and your secondary. It's a really nice catch-all, and put that in perspective, the heavies perk over here, additional supplies, this will only benefit your primary weapon, and this one will give you a bonus to all of them, so a really good value perk. Final perks here are Resilience, Medicaid Sims restore 40% more HP, and Fortitude for health increase of 15%. Getting more HP from your Sims just helps out the pickup economy of the game, and Fortitude just keeps you from being one-shot, so you definitely want this. And that is pretty much all there is for the tactical build setup. I do think this is currently the strongest setup overall on the tactical class. If you want to swap out the secondary for like a heroic bolt pistol or things like that when you're taking things like Balanced Distribution, you can definitely do that, because the one-shot perk effect of Retribution's Bequest, which kills a reinforcement calling enemy in a headshot, will just function no matter what. So that 15% damage loss here from this perk does not matter too much. But for the most part, the heroic plasma pistol is kind of insane. And really any plasma pistol is strong because firepower, rate of fire, all of these are very good for contested health recovery and stagger. And that's pretty much all there is for this guy. Though if you want to swap the primary, you know, bulk carbine, automatic variant, plasma, melta, and even the Pyreblaster are still quite strong. But we're going to move on to the next class here because tactical, that's pretty much all I have to say. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more. If you want to catch me live, ask me questions about the game, or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description, and also a link to my community Discord. And as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye. We'll see what the drops are next time then.
Fester and Xenos abomination. Enhanced visuals incoming.
I think we killed some guys back there.
Alien biobomb and liquid. Watch out for Ramada tunnels. Only twitching Xenos carapaces remain. Fester and rot. Xenos abomination. Ready in its folly. Increasing responsibility. Ended the ravenous appetite. Inserting fresh magazine. Tyrannies have no right to tackle. Alien bioform marked. Changing magazine. Xenos scum on scope. Synaptic servant slaughtered. Precisely what we needed.
Have you ever played PvP? Yeah. For the accolades, that's it. I play a little bit. It's okay. There's not a lot of content to it.
Rearming.
First waypoint ahead. Let us enter the camp.
You got the grenade rifle, but your precision aiming. You can still precision aim with the bolt launchers. Just your zoom.
Reporting
That
in.
changes.
Team has arrived at the Imperial Guard encampment. Talassa, you need to acquire the
I do not run out of
Astra
ammo, it's heavy, use
demolition
auxiliary
force
reload,
required to
and
deploy and arm their
haste your
ordnance.
shots.
Source one from any soldier you see, alive or otherwise.
Their numbers are no match for our trade.
I have the codes, brothers. Captain, demolition codes are secure. Proceed to the Prometheum refinery and complete the demolition preparations.
Reloading.
How do you swap it like that? Just use your aim and zoom key. I like to do. The zoom key is your grenade. The normal aim is just your aim.
Munitions here. Inserting fresh magazine. So approach. Striking down defense. Frag grenade deployed. Executing countermeasures.
All those parry bugs.
Tyranids have no mind for tactics. And so approach played its last man. Changing magazine. Frag grenade. Alien bioform mark. Fester and rot. Xenos abomination.
I guess we could take Sanctified Wrath Relic Bearer. It's actually pretty good on this build, but we did take the Heightened Vigor White Scars version.
Activating war gear. Objective on the other side. Expunge the obstacles.
This is where we sow the enemy's defeat, brothers.
Changing magazine. Reloading. Inserting
So
fresh
even without the
magazine.
Kraken bug on the Plasma, if they fix that, the Kraken penetrate rounds were so good on the Heavy Bullet Rifle that I'd probably still take it.
Alien bioform eliminated. Marks that foe before it calls for reinforcements. There will be no aid for our foe. Focus fire on the Tyranid gun beast. The beast's guns fall silent. Inserting fresh magazine.
It's an auxiliary station right up here, so we don't care too much about wasting all our nades.
Talassa, the Cadians are running out of time. How close are you to the Prometheum facility? Arriving at the objective now. You are making good time. We are going to need it. Let us finish what the Cadians started. Use the cords to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the Crit Prometheum well. Cautiously, if you know what is good for you.
Hostile, we have isolated our foe from its allies. Changing magazine. Munitions here.
Deployment has begun. Rites of activation have been observed. The generators hovering the machine god's name. Crane sequencing
Cracker's actually not too
initialized.
bad here.
Delivering payload.
I'd really just be spamming them because we have a secure stockpile on this build.
Tyranid high beast sighted. Rearming.
Overwatch needed on Generator 1. Overcrowding alert at Generator 1. Unauthorized personnel. Observe your duties.
seek to choke up aid fail in their quest for aid.
We need to get the Tyranids off that generator, brothers!
Xeno scum on scope. Fester and rot. Xenos abomination. Fire on the gun beast.
X-axis aligned. Running on this side as well. Home generator 3 from the first leg of this race is behind us. Pneumatic vibrations emitting from generator 3. Operator.
Dude, what is this guy doing? Holy moly.
Tyranid Iris sighted. Death was the only possible outcome for that Tyranid. Readying next volley. Changing magazine. Alien bioform marked. Tyranids have no mind for tactics.
Attention. Crane drive is jammed. Perform the necessary cleansing to resume operation. Back on track. Drive train resumed. Begin the course of locomotion, adepts. Let us keep that swarm from ever reaching generator 4. Y-axis aligned. Margin of
I missed the Steam sale last week. I'll probably go on sale again. I
progress, brothers. We are almost
think it goes on sale all the time.
Provide service before
They've been gone, like, had free weekends before. What's your favorite chapter of Blood Angels? The only real answer.
Xeno scum on scope. Inserting fresh magazine.
Alright, well. Can't wait for that Death Watch champion to come out. He's, I'm pretty sure this is the same chainsword skin they had in the campaign. Like a Twitch drop a while back for like a limited time thing. Actually, it might be in the store now. Either way.
Tyranid high beast sighted.
demolition deployment sequence concluded. Battle bearers formed on the Sire's watchful Oculus. We are ready to ambush the enemy, Captain. There is an observation platform overlooking the Cryptomethium fields. It will make a good vantage for your ambush.
Xenos love crawling beneath us. The galaxy is a better place for there being one less Ravener. Our orders are clear. Advance.
Do you have any book recommendations for people trying to get into Blood Angels? Devastation of All. Pretty good. It's like one of the biggest things they've done recently. On account of it, you know, being the devastation of, you know, all. Another whole thing. Not exactly a great moment for them. I'm gonna save that. Get a good fallback here. Night Lord's Trilogy, that too. The Blood Angels are in there.
Readying next volley.
They'll add more classes after Chaplain, probably one more. Because Space Marine 3 is currently on the pipeline for 2028, which means year 4 might be this game's last year of content. That holds true.
Changing magazine.
And year 4 is definitely coming.
Munitions here.
Year 4 is probably more likely than year 3 because they want to have hype for the Space Marine 3s to get all those players playing. And year 3 is confirmed, so
Arrived at
there it
Gnosis
is.
facility. Run distraction efforts as long as you can. On my honor, I will ensure your mission is a success. I will hold you.
Coordinate fire. Launching crack grenade. That zoanthrope is no more. Rearming.
This is gonna play like Space Marine 2, probably like Space Marine 2 Plus. It's gonna be built upon the foundation of this game. They're not gonna change up everything about it. People like the game, so why would you change up everything about the game they're already playing, right?
Inserting fresh magazine.
We have one more boss spawn trigger. Finale.
Crack grenade out. Second wave executing countermeasures. Their numbers are no match for our trade. Readying next volley.
Anything you're hoping for in Space Marine 3? Librarian class.
My specs cannot
I'll probably talk
even
more about
compute
that when
their
we actually get to the
numbers.
official release of the game. But
Battle power unleashed. We cannot backtrack.
I mean, I'll take Restorative Sims.
Mending my wounds.
Main swarm sighted. We await your signal, Captain. Dig in. We need that bomb triggered for optimal yield. Orbital scan estimates.
What are your keybinds, vanilla?
Will not be in position for a
Actually, I
while
changed
yet.
my mouse,
Keep your
my aim
heads
key to mouse
and
4.
get it done.
That's it. I think keybinds are pretty good for the most part, even to change up that much. I also don't think keybinds are usually the things that are gonna like dramatically change. It's whatever you're comfortable with. There are some times where like things are awkward to reach, but the only thing for that is aiming in this game, in my opinion.
Reloading.
It's also not that difficult as far as like controls are concerned.
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the predicted path. Continue holding.
Grenade on guard. Zoanthrope approaching.
halfway there, brothers. Keep it up.
Activating war gear.
More hostiles entering engagement range.
Tyranids have no mind for tactics. Precisely what we needed. Inserting fresh magazine.
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my mark.
Synaptic servants slaughtered.
I was looking at Space Marine 3 is going to be a larger game, possibly we actually get 3 separate enemy factions. I think 3 makes sense. People are hoping for more than that, though. I'd be greatly disappointed.
Listen, what in damnation is going on down there? All we have to do is reach that console. We can do it!
Gun beast is no more. Readying next volley.
Valiant Titizers, greetings from the Pyre. Tyranid biosigns down 90% and falling. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract.
Increasing response severity.
Let's wrap on that.
Extraction complete. Returning to orbit. Commendable work, brothers. You honor your chapter. Be ready for rearm, refit, and redeployment immediately.